Where shall we travel to today? Where will British Overseas Airways Corporation take us on this journey? Let me show you. Today, my friends, we are going to Austria. On the left-hand page, we have a really beautiful illustration of 4 hotels. And it says, where to stay in Vienna. We have the Hotel Imperial, the Bristol, the Prince Eugen, and the Hotel Kummer. Classic hotels offering great accommodation. Let us have a look. Austria, the country. Mountains, lakes, forests, painted wooden chalets, delicious pastries, and confectionery. All these Austria shares with her neighbour Switzerland. And yet, in many ways, the two countries are dissimilar. Super efficiency is essentially Swiss. In Austria, perhaps, the most pervading impression is one of homely comfort and kindliness. But there are many reminders of the elegant days of Franz Josef. Vienna's imperial palace, where the crown jewels can be seen. The Ringstrasse, the city's famed circular boulevard, lined with stately buildings. The Spanish riding school, where horses are still trained in the medieval Spanish tradition. Austria has hundreds of tiny towns, many high in the mountains, few cities or big towns. Innsbruck in the Tyrol, Kitzbühel, popular alpine skiing resort, medieval Salzburg, famous for its annual music festival, Linz in Upper Austria, Graz in the southeast, Klagenfurt in the Carinthian Lake District, and of course the capital Vienna. Austria offers superb winter and summer sports, the eternal peace and beauty of her forests, gaiety, splendid shops, and music all the way. The people. Population is 7 million. Many people are still engaged in agriculture and local crafts, but industry has expanded considerably since the war. Since the collapse of the Austro-Hungarian Empire in 1918, Austria has been a republic. Judicial system is based on Old Roman law. Established church is Roman Catholic, but there are many Protestant churches in the towns. German is the national language. English is taught in the schools. The Austrians are a friendly and hospitable people, of simple tastes and without the fiery temperament of their Latin neighbours. Austrian women are home-loving, wonderful cooks, and efficient housekeepers. In the country they wear dirndl, skirts and hand-embroidered blouses. In the towns they dressed well, but not to catch the eye. Country wear for men is Lodencloth, a characteristic woolen windcheater praised by sportsmen everywhere. Lederhosen, tough leather shorts, and Tyrolean hats. Climate and clothing. 2/3 of the country is mountainous, but richly forested below the highest peaks, and farmlands flourish beside the lakes and mountain streams. Climate is moderate and the air is dry and stimulating. It can rain with surprising force and persistence, and avalanches in the early spring are an annual hazard. No taboos about clothing for visitors, bikinis, shorts, etc. Hairdressing good in towns. Shampoo and set 22 to 30 shillings. Haircut 10 to 15 shillings. Where to stay? Here are some hotels charging 200 to 350 shillings for a single, to 320 to 600 shillings, double per day excluding meals. Vienna, the Ambassador, the Bristol, the Imperial, and Sascha. In Salzburg, the Bristol, Monstein. Vienna, Europa, Prince Eugen, Kummer, Münchnerhof. In Salzburg, Mirabell, Oster, Hof Europa. Vienna, Hotel am Stephanplatz, Erzherzog Rainer, Austria, Kaiserin Elisabeth. In Salzburg, Winkler, Park Hotel Kaiserhof, Pitter. In Kitzbühel, Goldene Greif, Reichshof, Grand, Tannerhof. in Linz, Park Hotel, in Graz, Steiderhof, in Klagenfurt, Moseverdina Sandwirt. See your travel agent or the Australian State Tourist Office for a full list. Food and drink. Rich, delectable, and frankly fattening. The Austrian eats a light breakfast, rolls and coffee, but if he feels peckish between meals, there is the consolation of Gabelfrühstück, a sort of second breakfast, consisting either of Vienna sausage or a half portion of goulash taken with a glass of beer. In late afternoon there is Jaus, afternoon tea, a cup of tea, delicious Viennese coffee or chocolate topped with fresh cream, and fabulous creamy gâteaux like Sachertorte, Doberstort, and Indiana Karpfen. The best restaurants are usually cosmopolitan in character, with dishes originating in or inspired by the various surrounding countries, of which Vienna was the former capital, with something purely Austrian added, perhaps the instinctive trebling of all the usual amounts of butter, eggs, and cream. Imported liquor is expensive, but some of the national spirits take courage in the sampling. Easily the happiest kind of drinking is done at the Höriger, where the vintner sells his product on the premises to the accompaniment of a three-piece band or zither music. Drinking hours are unrestricted. To attract a waiter's attention, you call Herr Ober. Sport and entertainment. Kitzbühel is probably the most fashionable skiing centre. Arlberg and Bad Gastein are also world famous, but there are many charming smaller resorts. Swimming and sailing can be enjoyed in all the lakes, especially in Carinthia. Excellent trout fishing and hunting in the alpine regions. The Salzburg Music Festival is held from the end of July to the end of August, but you need to book well in advance. If you fancy the gaming tables, there are casinos at Baden, Salzburg, Kitzbühel, Bad Gastein and Velden. Getting about. Austrian Airlines runs an internal air service of Viscounts. Vienna to Innsbruck, for example, takes 1 hour. There is an efficient rail service, second class, sometimes crowded. Main and urban highways are good. Driving is on the right. It is easy to hire a car, and buses and taxis, black with a band of white paint round the body, charge a basic 5.4 shillings plus 3.6 shillings per kilometre, and are numerous in the cities. Funiculars or ski lifts take you up the mountains, and river steamers ply the Danube and the lakes. Shopping. Buy leather goods in Salzburg. Gloves, suede jackets, handbags, wallets, briefcases, all of first-class workmanship. Vienna specializes in antiques. The famous porcelain, Wiener Porzellanfabrik Augusten, petit-point work, beautiful made jersey, dresses and skirts. Hand-woven peasant skirts can be bought in most towns surprisingly cheaply. Many brands of American cigarettes and tobacco are stacked, few English. Both are cheaper than at home. Business hours are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekdays and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Money. 100 Groschen equals 1 Austrian shilling. Notes are in 20, 50, 100, 500 and 1,000 denominations. Coins are 1 shilling, 5, 10, 25 and 50. Groschen are 1, 2, 5, 10 and 50. Banks open 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. weekdays. Saturdays 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Closed during national holidays. Police wear dark green uniforms. Traffic police white caps. Those speaking foreign languages wear a metal sign indicating appropriate language. An efficient automatic telephone system. Trunk call operators usually speak English, so do the switchboard operators in most hotels. Telephone booths buff-coloured with Fernsprecher sign. Cables through post offices or hotels. Stamps from post offices, tobacconists and hotel porters. Standards of medical services are high and there are many reputable hospitals. A visit from a doctor in your hotel would cost approximately 100 to 150 shillings. Public lavatories are mostly below street level and bear the sign WC and Herren for men and Damen for women. Tip any attendant about half a shilling. Electric current, 220 volts AC. Further information, Austrian State Tourist Offices.